Hello and welcome back to the Wolblom Knitting Podcast. My name is Lisa. I hope everyone is having a wonderful December time and a wonderful festive season at the moment. And I want to say thank you to everyone who is joining me again for another podcast. Okay, so let's get started. I'm wearing a knitted top. This is the Sun-Kissed Top by Star in Nordland. I knitted it in Karua Moon Unique Moon, which is 100% merino wool, and it's a unique colorway that they won't dye again. So it's a very plain halter top, just like that, and it has a beautiful lace design in the back, center back, and then very plain front, and it's very comfortable to wear during this warm season. So that's my first top and first finished object for this podcast. So let's jump into finished objects. So first finished object is some socks. So this was a bit of a whimsical cost or something. I saw this pattern by Andrea Mowry, and it was her, I think it's the 5th annual fall knit along she was holding, and it's the bare paw socks. So I made some bare paw socks. So I used Naughty Habits Kaiser wool, which is I think 75% merino and 25% nylon. And then it's actually a DK weight sock. So you hold 2 strands of the Kaiser together to create a DK weight yarn. And then the one is a purple colorway and then a green colorway. So you hold 2 purple yarns together at the toes, 2 green yarns to create the stripe. And then the whole foot is 2x2 rib. And then you hold 1 green yarn and 1 purple yarn together to create a mold effect, and then you use the green yarns together, held together to create a heel, and then knit the height you want, and then finish off with 2 stripes again. So I did this as a fast cast on and fast cast off, just for a break between the lace of this pattern. And yeah, it's very warm to wear, so I then think I will use this more in the winter time. So yeah, that's my second finished object. Next one is another summer top. It's when I finished this one, I wanted to do another summer top, so I chose another pattern from my little bottles, and then it's the Allure tank top from Kate Oates. It's also a racer back. So this one you cast on center back, you make the racer back part and then you cast on one front, second front, and then join in the round. And then last you will do the straps, which is a braid, like that. And it's 3 I-cords that you braid together, and then the bottom has a double folded hem. And with this one I also did it like how I did my couture top. I didn't cast off like how the pattern also. I cast off and knitted it to the front at the same time. So I didn't cast off and whip stitch it later. I did it, did like a free, So this is how the inside looks. I think it looks very neat, like that. And then, so the yarn I used for this one is Concept by Katya, Cotton Cashmere, and I don't remember the colorway of this one, but it's a very soft and drapey, summery top. It's still a little bit damp, so will wear it tomorrow. But yeah, it's very comfortable. I think it's going to be very comfortable. And it was a very mindless knit in a way. When you reached the underarm part and had to knit it around, I didn't think a lot about it. Just when all the increases for the front part, here you might see. So you increase on each edge and in the center here. So it's a very flattering top as well. So yeah, that's the Aliyah top by Kate Oates, and that is my third finished object for this month. So I'm going to jump into my whips at the moment. First whip is some socks. So these socks, I saw that Sorry Northern was holding a mystery knit along, and it was socks. And it was 4 weeks, and every week a section of the sock was released and you could knit it, but I didn't finish it on time, but I'm really loving how the design is coming out. So this is called the Lucia socks, Sorry Nordland. And I was trying to do it 2 at a time, but it didn't work out, so I was knitting one part and then continue on the next one. So I'm almost done with the second, I think it's the second clue of the socks for this pair. But yeah, so I was struggling a bit with my tension, because normally I use 2.25mm needles, and it came out a bit too small, so I had to throw back a bit and use slightly bigger needles. I'm using 2.75mm at the moment, and it's giving me the correct gauge. So yeah, that's how it's looking. A very Art Deco-y type of design as well. Yeah, can't wait to finish these ones. I'm using Cashmere Regia premium silk, I think it's called premium silk yarn, and it's coming out, it feels very nice, but it's a bit, it's not pilling, but it's fluffing out a bit. So I'm not sure if I'm liking that, but it is picking up quite nice on camera. So maybe it's just me. But yeah, I'm loving it, and I can't wait to finish these. So yeah, so it's toe up socks. Okay. So that is my first whip. My second whip is my flutter cardigan. So this one I did try to make a dent in my knitting. So it's definitely a lot more than it was last time. So I've started to, it's bottom up, and it's straight up, and then at the front the neckline goes like a V up to the shoulders. So I've started doing the decreases for the V in the front. I think you maybe be able to tell that here. But yeah, I'm really loving the fabric that is created by this texture and by the yarn. So yeah, and it's going to be a warm cardigan, so I'm very excited to wear this in the winter time. So yeah, so the yarn I'm using is Drops Air, and this is the pearl grey mix. I'll put the number or the colorway number on screen, and then this one is unicorn mix. So it's a purple with some pink and blues in it, and then this one's grey beige color. And I'm really loving the colors together in this pattern. I'm enjoying the pattern, but I would not recommend this pattern for beginners. Some sections was very confusing to me, and I had to read like 10 times before I understood what was described I should do. The pattern. So, but I think if you get a hang of patterns and you understand that every designer and pattern writer does write in different styles, you'll understand or quickly decipher what they're asking for you to do. But yeah, so that is the flatter cardigan, also by Kate Oates. And then next whip is my color shawl, and no surprise again, no progress was made on this one. So I think it's a bit too warm for me to knit on this, because it's big enough to make like a lap blanket, so it's a bit warm to knit, but almost there. I don't think I'm a shawl knitter. I like smaller shawls, like the I can't remember, but some of the smaller shawls that I have knitted this year, I like wearing those, and it's easier to knit. So I think in future I would rather knit smaller shawls for myself. But yeah, that's just how I'm liking it at the moment. So let's jump into some of the yarns I got this month. So first yarn was the green yarn for the Bear Paw socks. It was also a Knotty Habit Kaiso base, and it's just a minty green color. Next, I got some of the it's like a limited edition yarn that Knotty Habit had. So it's 74% baby Surrey alpaca and 26% mulberry silk, and it's a very soft pink, beigey pink, and it's also the colorway Sabelle, and it's a very special colorway for me. I think this is a colorway that sums me up. So I got 4 skeins of this. Each one is 300 meters, so I have about 1,200 meters here. And I was thinking of maybe making a lacy cardigan or something, and I did find one pattern that I really like. I don't think I can pronounce it correctly. It is French. I think it's coquille, but I'll put it up on the screen. And I think it means shell in French. But yeah, I'm thinking of making like that type of cardigan with this, just the other, or maybe just another lacy cardigan. But a lacy cardigan I think would look very nice in this yarn. And I can definitely feel the difference between this yarn and kid silk and mohair kid silk. This one is not scratchy at all. It's so soft. Okay. And especially in this heat we're having at the moment, mohair will irritate the skin more and feel more scratchy, but this is just soft. So I'm very excited to knit with this and making a cardigan. Next yarn I got is this cotton yarn. So this is 100% DK, 100% cotton DK yarn from Yellow Cottage Yarn, and I got it in a yarn store in a town called Paradise, and the shop's called Anna Patat Crochet Shop, and it's a very bright lilac, fuchsia purple, not lilac, fuchsia pink and purple, and it's a bit out of my comfort zone, but I think it will be a beautiful summer top. And I was thinking like a waffle texture or just a textured top would look very nice with this. So I'm excited for that. I I've been looking at tops like I think you call it a Usta top by the Knitpro girl, or the CD top. I can't remember the designer's name, but creating like a waffle texture with some knits and pearls or slip stitches, I think will look very nice. So those are my yarn acquisitions at the moment, and then I will be putting a video in now as well, because me and my mother found a vintage spinning wheel in an antique shop. It's a very old one. I have cleaned it up at the moment, and I've been putting off spinning on it. I haven't tried to yet. I'm a bit afraid to try. I think I still want to take some lessons in spinning, but yeah, I found a vintage wheel, and we'll try to spin some yarn or fiber, spin some fiber into yarn very soon. So I think that's one of my projects I want to try this year in 2023, coming up very soon. But yeah, so I want to talk a little about a fiber again, like last time, and this time I want to talk about cashmere. So this top is a cotton cashmere mix, but it's more it's a more cotton heavier mix, but as you can see, the drape is very nice, and it's more soft than just cotton because of the cashmere. So cashmere, the name as well, comes from the word cashmere. I think that's how you pronounce it. And that cashmere specifically relates to is the name of a region in the Himalayas between India, Pakistan and China. And that's where a lot of herders got their fiber, the cashmere fiber, from the undercoat of the goats. So cashmere isn't specifically breed related, it's the undercoat of goats, and it's there to give them an insulating layer in the cold weather in the Himalayas. So cashmere is very soft, it has a very nice drape, and it's a very drapey, soft and warm fiber, and it's actually a very expensive fiber because the amount of yield per goat is very lower than the whole fleece. So, and they used to comb out the cashmere fiber. So that's why it's a bit more expensive and sounds very luxurious because it's a luxury fiber. But yeah, it's a very soft and drapey fiber. And some of you may heard of the mix MCN, which means it's a merino cashmere nylon blend, and that's a very popular blend. And I will put up another infographic about cashmere and also list some of MCN bases that are popular here in South Africa and also overseas with some cashmere in it. So yeah, that's my cashmere talk. Okay, next up, I think I forgot to mention that some of you may noticed that my hair is different. I think it's now almost 3-4 weeks ago I cut my hair off. So I always plan to cut my hair again after my wedding because I grew my hair out for the wedding, and I also grew it out to donate it later on. So I did cut my hair and donate it. So I'll put up the screen of my braid as well, of the amount of hair that was cut off. But yeah, it's very refreshing to have short hair again, and I'm very excited to grow out again to donate. and to style it in a bit different ways. So yeah, I feel very funky at the moment with shorter hair. I still have to get used to it, but yeah, I'm used to it now, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's jump into next projects. I'm going to choose 2 summer projects, and that's that. I don't think yeah, we'll see. I think 2 summer projects is fine because I didn't get to knit that cowl of last time. So I think I'm going to knit that when it's getting colder. So I want to knit summer stuff now. But yeah, let's do that. Okay. Here's the jar. So first one up is the Anchor Tee by Petite Knit. Hopefully that is picking up. Okay, and grab that yarn quickly. Let me choose the other one and then I'll grab the yarn. Next one is the Magnetic Force Tank by Peyton Weber. Yeah, I hope that picked up. Okay, let me grab the yarn quickly. So the Anchor Tee by Petite Knit, I wanted to use some cotton yarn. So this is Ecofusion by Knitting Fibers. So it's 50 bamboo, viscose bamboo, and 50% cotton. So it's the colorway is vanilla, and it looks like vanilla ice cream to me. So I want to make the anchor top of this one, and then the Magnetic Force Tank. The first time I saw it, I really thought that bamboo would look so nice in this. So I chose Venus Color Serena. So this is 100% bamboo, and the colorway is Baby Mink. And it's a beigey, silvery color. And I think it's like an oyster. It looks like an oyster to me. So these are the yarns for my next summer project. And the anchor has, I think it's rib, knit pearl one stitches at the top, and then just a stockinette body. And the Magnetic Force Tank also has a stockinette body with some increases to create a cowl neckline. But I think it's going to go fast because it is a mostly stockinette. So I think I will be able to do that. And then, yeah, it's that. Oh, something I really want to try to do. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it this year, but a designer called Florence Sperling, she designed the Scout Shawl a while ago, and recently she released a pattern for the Scout Shawl Mini, and I think I'm going to try to do that. And I have a couple of yarn left over from other projects that I want to use for that. So the yarns here is all multi-habit, and it's the merino and linen bases. The one is the 2-ply and the others are single ply. I think it will be fine. But yeah, it is this color. It was left over from one of my cowls. And then this gold color. This was left over from my Mezzarina top. This purple color, it was left over from my garden gate top. This metal colorway. So this color is metal. This was left over from the cowl I used with this one. So, and then this purple color, this is the 2-ply. This was left over from my Illuminate sweater. So I'm going to use these 5 colors together to create that shawl. Let's see if it picks up. So I think it's fine. So these two are very similar, but it's a light purple and then a darker purple, and then the beige gold and bluish grey. So I think it will look very nice. And then, yeah. So I'm not sure when I'm going to cast that one on, but that is one of the projects I want to try this year. And yeah, those are my projects at the moment, and my next project. I want to talk a little bit about 3 podcasters I have been listening to recently. First one is Stacy from Stress Knits. She's also the dyer behind Stress Knit Yarns. And Claudia from Sunbird Crochet. She's really inspirational. She's an inspirational crocheter because she takes a lot of knitting patterns and turns them into crochet projects. And then Felicia from Felina. She's very soft spoken and very calming to watch. So every time I come back from work, I would like to listen to Felicia every day because she really calms me and creates a very calming environment talking about knits. So yeah, those are the other podcasters I want to talk about, and that is that. So thank you for joining me today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful December and will have a wonderful festive season and New Year. So thank you for a wonderful year 2022, and I hope the year 2023 brings a lot of joy and happiness to everyone. And yeah, I'll see you next year. Bye bye.